everybody.
How's it going?
Hey, hope everybody's having a great day. We came down to look at a piece of property. It was about 3.5 acres. We met up with the realtor. We took a look at that piece of property. It was okay. It was kind of a triangle-shaped piece of property, but it had its potential there, but it did kind of have a little bit of a slope. It kind of sloped off like that, but would have been farmable.
But not as flat as we wanted.
No, it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. And then we saw the second piece of property we saw later on in that day, and in that piece of property, it's 5 acres. It's much more level. It's loaded with some beautiful loblolly pine, or I believe is what it is. I can check on that, but I'm pretty sure it's loblolly pine. It looked much better, and it was super thick in through there, which tells me that even with the canopy of the trees, it was thick below, that the soil is pretty good in there. We're going to get a soil test. Me and Missy both, right, Missy? We
Yes.
wanted to take video of the land to share with you guys.
It just was so busy and so hectic in a day and a half.
We did, and we had the camera and just got caught up and didn't. But I'm going to show you the printouts and some of the photos from the realty company that were there. I really apologize for not getting that to you. To be honest, they're both wooded lots, so there's really not a lot you can tell from it other than it's
looking at trees.
You're looking at trees in the forest. So, but I'll give you the satellite photos. And okay, everybody, the first piece of property we looked at was right here. It's this little triangle like shaped piece that kind of goes like this, comes up and goes down this way. This was 3.59 acres. Beautiful fields over here. You guy had cattle over here. It kind of sloped out. Like right here was the peak, and it sloped down a little bit this way, and it kind of sloped a little steeper on this side, but it was farmable if we got in there. It wasn't too bad. I could have lived with it. Okay, this here is a picture of the first piece of land. This is along that Baywood Road. That's the power line going through it right there. And you can see this is the more slope side off of Echowood. It was brush trees. They weren't much older than maybe 10 years old. There's some small stuff. I mean, there was a little bit of bigger stuff, but not much. This already had cable and phone line installed, and it had this is the water. Had water on site. Just some stuff from the road. It was an all right piece of property. I mean, you can see it right there. This is this right here. This little clearing area. This is where power line ran through that one as well. They seem to do that a lot down there. Nice little pond out to the side. It wasn't a bad piece of property, really. I mean, it could have worked for us, but I mean, if you look here, it was a little rocky. It seemed a little rocky all the way through. There was going to be quite a bit of work to get that into a farm. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's what we got for that one. Okay, everybody. This here's the second piece of property, and this right here is the dirt road, and the piece of property actually runs right along this tree line. I mean, you can basically see the outline, and runs back down to here, and then runs right through here and back out to the road. This section that you see going through right here is the power line. It's not high tension line. It's just telephone poles with some lines on it that runs across the front of the property. It's not ending up going to be an easement to the on the actual title. The power company, if they need to get in there and maintain those lines in any way, it's a written agreement between the landowner and the power company, the co-op. So it's not an actual easement. We're not giving up any land rights in that purchase. This here is what appeared to be just a section of hardwood that was coming up through and going out this side. But mostly, this here, it's all that real tall loblolly pine. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see it's just really thick through there. The realtor happened to know the people that owned this piece of property over here. They had cattle in this field, and she went over and talked to them because it was just, I walked in and I probably walked maybe to about there. And it was just thick all the way through. So I kind of gave up on that. But she got us to come in, and we came down her driveway and through these paddocked off corral fields, pastures, and drove our truck down into here. And there were cows in the field, and it was awesome. And we kind of drove up and we drove back into here. And we're able to come along this backside. Now there's a fence there to keep the cattle in, but we could see in here a little bit. It was thick on the backside too, and we were able to at least assess where we're at. I could see that pine was running all the way through, and kind of get a better idea for what's going on. So that is the satellite view. Next up, you're going to see the photos from the real estate company, and again, it's trees. It's a wooded lot. So wish us luck. I think this is going to be the piece of property we're going to go for, and see. Okay, everybody. So this here is the second piece of property, the 5 acres. This is the road right here. The the road frontage probably goes down to about right here and runs all the way back across. This right in here, this little part right here, you can see that's where that power line goes through this one, right off the road there. This is identical view, but you can see there's all these really tall loblolly pines on here. And this is looking off the other way. Back over behind here is the neighbor's house. They have a trailer there. So, but it's not too bad. You can see there's quite a few of those trees up in there. This is from the other end of the property, looking out towards the main drag. It's pretty nice. We really like it, and if we hear the right things from the right people, this will be our piece of property. This will be our new home. We'd really like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank Cory from the Arkansas Department of Agriculture. Seemed very willing to help us through this whole process. His knowledge is going to be really, really beneficial to us, and we're lucky to have him on our side. I'd also like to thank our realtor, and that is Burdetta Pendergrass, and she is with United Country Realty in northern Arkansas. Very, very nice lady. Very, very helpful.
Very accommodating.
Very accommodating.
She didn't have to look for a second property, but
or
she
a third
did.
property,
Yeah.
which she looked for.
Yeah.
She went above and beyond, and we're indebted to her as well. And
she used one of her contacts that she had so that we could get on the backside of a property to look at.
That's right, she did. There was a cattle ranch on the other side. She happened to know them. We were able to get in there, and we were able to drive across that cattle ranch. They had no problem with it, and get to the backside of that 5-acre property because there was just no walking through it, and kind of be able to get in there and get an assessment of what we're into. So we're very grateful to all of them. We hope you all enjoyed it, and hope you all have a great day. Hang on. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and if you like this video and you find it interesting, please share it. See you later.
All right, have a good one, everyone.